breaking. Cyclone Yaas is making landfall. In fact, it has made landfall between Dhamra and Balasore with winds of 155 kilometers per hour. Odisha's Jagatsinghpur, Kendrapara, Bhadrak and Balasore districts have been badly affected. In Bengal, West Midnapur, North and the South 24 Parganas and Kolkata have been experiencing stormy weather. Low-lying areas have been inundated. Yaas is moving over Odisha's Mayurbhanj district with 100 to 110 kilometers per hour winds before weakening and then moving to Jharkhand by midnight. In fact, visuals from Ranchi show increased wind speeds there as well and overcast skies. The state is on high alert. Officials have begun evacuations from vulnerable areas like East and West Singhbhum. But let's give you an idea now of just where the cyclone is. This is earth.nudschool.net. This is where it was just about an hour back. This is updated every 45 minutes to an hour. So about an hour back, and it was actually moving in this direction. It was moving in this direction and then it's now made landfall a couple of hours back. And this entire area, and I'm going to zoom in over here so that you get an idea of all of the states that are being impacted. So Bengal being impacted presently, Odisha being impacted, and it's moving in the direction of Jharkhand at this stage. The wind speeds are still fairly intense even after it's sort of made landfall, and obviously once it does make landfall, the wind speeds go down. So it really depends on what you are able to track. In some areas it's up to 35 kilometers, 50 kilometers, so it's much less than the 150 plus kilometers that it made landfall at. But this is the really worrisome aspect of it. It's still a gigantic storm, and the area which it actually impacts in terms of the maximum wind speeds is also quite large across 3 states in fact. So that's where it is right now. Odisha, as you can see, the impact clearly over Bengal as well and moving in the direction of Jharkhand. So that's the situation presently as far as Cyclone Yaas is concerned. Now, my colleague Monadeepa Banerjee has been talking about the impact in Kolkata. Let's listen in to what she said.
Right, Vishnu, impact in Kolkata. Believe me, the city has heaved a sigh of relief, a collective sigh of relief that Yaas has virtually given it a miss. Since the morning, the sky was overcast, there were strong winds and, fairly heavy showers till about 10:30, 11. And then it diminished as reports started coming in of, the impact that the cyclone was having in the coastal districts of Bengal and the coastal districts of Odisha. In Kolkata, and this is something the Chief Minister herself pointed out, in Kolkata and beyond, one of the biggest issues that has made Yaas even more devastating than it would have been anyway is that it coincided with the lunar high tide. And in front of our eyes we saw the river Hooghly swelling like with so much incoming water of the sea surge and then the lunar tide, that was the issue that has resulted in inundation of village after village out in South 24 Parganas, in East Mednipur, some low-lying areas of Kolkata as well. That surge, which was also deadly at some 12 to 13 feet apparently at its worst, highest, tallest structure, that surge made worse by the high tide. Now deaths. 2 people have died as of now, confirmed, one in Odisha and one in Bengal. In Bengal, it was tragic. Apparently 4 people who had come into a shelter, they went back to one of the bhedis or man-made fishing areas. They went back there perhaps just as the cyclone was easing out, and suddenly a wave came in and that's what we are hearing, actually washed one man away. In the meantime, in Odisha, there was a tree fall in which one person was killed. There are reports of 2 more deaths, but the state governments are yet to confirm. Hopefully, they are not accurate. The target of both the governments was, of course, 0 casualty, and despite the impact of the devastating Cyclone Yaas, we find that, that zero casualty has almost been achieved.